Hi everyone. Uh, Today is another video. Um, okay, so I originally wanted to talk about something involving a certain someone who I thought might be perfect to be like the real life Mike Schmidt from Five Nights at Freddy's. A Brazilian gay model, Thiago Zanini. I can't say his name correctly. But anyways, not only have I found out about this guy, I also found a bunch of pictures of him online, of him, shirtless, in underwear, or nude. Straight up naked. With his privates being covered by either a blanket or an item that he's holding or something. And it was weird at first. But I mean, hey, they're covering their privates, so it's not that bad. But still. So the only social media account that he's mostly on is on Instagram, and even that, he's barely on social media at all. I mean, yes, he has a modeling career and celebrities and models, and probably maybe even a normal person would barely even be on social media that much. I mean, it's understandable. But I looked at these guys' pictures, and sometimes, I don't know, it's just that I don't know if he would be qualified to look, to be exactly like Mike Schmidt, especially in the physical appearance department, where Mike Schmidt is described vaguely as having brown hair and blue eyes. Maybe dark brown like Williams, and a really light blue color. And Thiago has that. He has that. Dark brown hair that sometimes almost looks black in certain lighting, and really light blue eyes that are really, really nice. He has a muscular body, and he also has a couple of tattoos, which isn't a bad thing. I've also seen from a few videos on YouTube that he also has a nephew, and he's a really, really nice person. I mean, of course, most people are, but even though not everyone is nice, I'm at least grateful that there are not that many bad people around the world, because sometimes people just get on my nerves for being mean, absolute trolls, or I don't know, they just hate on something for no reason whatsoever. I don't know. It's weird. But regardless of him as a person, he would still be nice. He would still be attractive to many people out there in the world, especially where he lives in Brazil. Or regardless of his modeling career, Would I think he would be perfect to play in a game accurate version of Mike Schmidt, especially of what I would imagine Mike Schmidt would be wearing, a red turtleneck sweater and a red beanie. Oh, absolutely. No hesitation. He would be perfect regardless. Just as long as he had brown hair and blue eyes. That's it. And if he had facial hair or not, just barely, maybe just a little bit, that would be fine. The only problem, and it should be obvious, that I'm pretty sure he doesn't know how to speak English. And maybe if he doesn't, there might be some English dubbing involved with the character that he's portraying. So I don't know. Okay, this is just getting awkward, so here's another thing that I wanted to talk about. So, as you might know, I do not like sex at all. I do not like seeing it. I do not like hearing it. Especially if it's really, really explicitly shown or heard. I just can't stand it sometimes. I mean, if someone, especially if it's a woman, just naked, that's fine. But for the love of God, I better not see their private parts being flashed at me at the sight of just looking at it. No, absolutely not. And what's even worse is porn online, especially in picture form. Literally. Where you have mostly a man and a woman fucking their private parts inside each other. Sperm. And lots of loud noises. Or exaggerated faces. Almost like they would be in pain. And I talked to one of my friends who, well, he doesn't exactly do pornography. Would I even call his pictures, most of them, pornography? Not really. No, absolutely not. And he explained to me that he's used to the stuff that he does, and I understand him. He has my total respect for that. But still, sometimes it unnerves me, especially with the talk of sex. Especially since people just so happen to be into that stuff and say like, oh, you're going at her like a rabbit, or she might get pregnant from you doing to her or something. And I'm just like, oh my God. And don't even get me started on the descriptions on DeviantArt of the character talking and saying wanting to have fun or physical activity, sexual activity, whatever. It messes up my brain. And I have months ago, I have recently seen a DeviantArt user whose artwork, it's used from Gary's mod, Gmod, apparently, for some confusing reason. And it's a lot more, like, it's a lot more, it's kind of, the pictures are really magnificent. Not the explicit ones, not that, but oh my, they're so good that I hate it. And I feel like his artwork is much more worse at a conservative, non-sexual, virginal point of view. And I feel like this would make someone who I know, who's a friend, look like a saint. Now, the person who makes these explicit artworks, especially since this character is supposed to be a sex god, ew, he's religious, which, okay, that's good. I'm not religious, but I do believe in God, and I'm not crazy about religion or Christianity, but I do know about, like, for example, Jesus, Adam and Eve, and maybe just God in general, but what I do know is that I'm pretty sure God wouldn't even care if someone was gay, trans, or non-binary. He's just trying to look out for people, and even though, realistically, all of our prayers would not be answered, he's still looking out for people, and that's fine. That's totally fine, right? And let me tell you about the whole, this person's character being a sex god thing. This story is that this company, has some secret society, trying to make the character this new Adam to save the world or something from a future apocalypse, which, listen, if one of my characters, Richard Hayes, was involved in that story, he would absolutely destroy Dean. Destroy him. He would absolutely destroy him. And all the others. Because if it was in a realistic world, if it had to be obvious, monsters, especially mutated ones, would not actually exist. And Richard would kill everyone, and maybe when he finally kills his last target, he'll finally find some peace. I don't know. But that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it or not. And stay safe. Please. Bye.